Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will deep dive into one of the most significant tax reforms in India since GST's 2017 rollout. The new GST slab structure announced in 2025. This reform not only simplifies the tax regime but also reshapes consumption pattern and economic dynamics. In this video, we will cover what changing in GST slabs, key benefits and concerns, impact on consumers, business and state finances, and the timeline and implementation challenges, what lies ahead, and let's get started. Uh, what's uh, what's changing from four slabs to just two and assign tax, and now the group of ministers has approved the shift from the current four GST slabs, that is 5%, 12% and 18% and 28%, to a simplified dual slab system, that is 5% and 18% plus a 40% sign-in luxury rate for items like tobacco and high-end goods. And also, this reform dubbed GST 2.0 aims to cut complexity, age compliance, and spur consumption. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced this tax revamp during the Independence Day speech, framing it as a Diwali gift to citizens. Why why the reform? Why now? Decades for simplicity and growth. Uh, India boasts robust GST collections, and that is a 1.8 lakh crore per month in financial year 25, and a tax base exceeding 1.5 crore businesses. And also, the previous model was criticized for being overly complex and burdensome, especially for MSMEs, and also economists estimate the reform could boost the GDP by 0.6 percentage points, while also offering relief amid rising imports tariff. And now the impact on consumers, that is the what items get cheaper, and that is the everyday essentials like the snacks shops, cement, air conditioners, and mobile phones and cars are expected to migrate to the 5% or 18% slabs, slashing prices for consumers. And the automobile sector stands to benefit. Small cars may shift from 28% to 18%, and GST on insurance premium could be dropped to as low as 0 to 5%. And the impact on business and MSMEs, that is the lower compliance burden, simpler classification of goods, reduced disputes with tax officials, and encourages investment and production. Auto and FMCG sectors benefit most. The impact on states, that is the states like Karnataka have voiced strong concerns, fearing revenue shortfalls of around 15,000 crore if controlled unilaterally, and they have called for mechanisms like revenue compensation or reviewing the decentralized sharing framework. And the implementation timeline and the governance, that is the GST Council will meet from September 34 to 2025 to finalize the changes. Much hinges on designing anti-inverted duty rules, no pro-consumer structures, and ensuring credit flow remains effective. And potential challenges, that is include the classification disputes and the ensuring relief is passed on to final consumers, and the profiteering enforcement and managing fiscal strain and maintaining GST collections. And the last one is the lodge of state consent could trigger legal and federal sanctions. And the impact is absurd, that is the and the consumers, that is lower prices, easier comprehension, and the businesses and MSMEs, simpler tax structure, lower compliance cost, government, that is the central government, and the boost consumption versus fiscal impact, states, that is revenue losses without adequate compensation mechanisms, tax system simplified but requires smooth implementation and oversight. And And the conclusion is the looking forward and final thoughts is has GST 2.0 tax safe. It could mark a new era of tax simplicity and a consumer-friendly policy. However, balancing reform with fiscal prudence and intergovernmental coordination will be key. I will be tracking updates, especially council outcomes and implementation clarity. And thank you for watching this video. If you found this breakdown helpful, like this video, subscribe for timely economic and tax updates, share with friends and colleagues for greater reach. Let me know in the comments what do you think will be the most impacted sector, and how should the government balance reform with state finance interest. Uh, Catch you in the next video. Until then, stay informed and stay empowered. Thank you.